What's up, guys? Connor here, back again with another video. This one's a quick one. It's actually not on the supercharger build here, but I was doing a little digging in my garage, and I actually stopped by a junkyard the other day, and I found this right here. This is a carbon fiber hood scoop that goes on the Celica. You can see it's got a little bit of clear coat issues on it, and it's just got a little bit of fade. I actually have one over on my Celica here. I've had this for a couple years, and mine actually has no damage to it at all. It looks great. But I have this one, and I'm actually going to clean this up and kind of show you guys. This is what happens when they get out in the sun or they get paint damage. I see this a lot on them. So basically what we're going to do today is we're just going to clear coat this, or not clear coat this, we're going to fix the clear coat that's on this and make it look exactly like that one up there, so that way somebody can enjoy this one as much as I enjoy mine. So I'm going to go ahead and set the camera up for you guys and show you guys what you need to do something like this if you have these issues on yours. Alright guys, so we're set up here in the garage. I got this cardboard down just so that way you guys aren't staring at my garage floor. And we got this nice little mat to set this thing on just so it doesn't move. We're taking a quick break from the supercharger build. Right now, the progress on that is going pretty well. Just kind of toying around with it and going little by little as I can. Of course, I'm recording that out. Part 1 should be out now. It's actually uploading in my room right now. But I figured I would take this time to get out in the garage and work on it. We got some nice weather going on. So I'm out here. We're going to use an Orbital Polisher here, and we're going to try and remove off all these marks that you see down here in this corner of the scoop, and they run all along here. Now this scoop I got from a junkyard, and it was actually in pretty good condition, but there's no cracks or anything on it. We do have a slight marking in this bottom right down here. It looks like just a little black chip, or maybe the clear coat has gone all the way down. So first we're going to hit it with some oxidization remover. We're going to see how that looks once we get that all on the clear coat. We're going to see if we can get rid of these marks a little bit and see what it needs after that. We might end up re-clear coating it or figuring out what it needs after we get to that part. But for right now, let's hit it with some oxidization remover and we'll see how it does. Alright guys, so we hit it just in this little corner right here just to see what it would do, and as you can tell, these little black marks got a little bit better. But what we did was we got rid of all those marks that were on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the entire thing. I know it's safe, I know it's not going to ruin anything from there. So I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to get rid of all these marks, and then we're going to cut it in a little bit deeper once we get to that point of getting all these little initial marks off. We'll hit it with another buffer, and we'll see what it does after that. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up the buffer again and hit all the scoop with the same material. Alright, so we hit the entire thing with this oxidization remover, and it cleaned up all the edges. You can still see there's a little bit of the cleaner out on the outside there, but that's okay for what we're doing. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit it with some wax on there, and I'm going to get that shine going just on the clear coat, just so we can see exactly what's going on with this and see where we need to, if we need to make any repairs, where it's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and spray down this wax and let it sit, rub it in, and then we'll wipe it off and we'll see how the piece looks afterwards. Alright, so after that QuickWax, the middle looks amazing. That's exactly what I'm going for right here. You can see on this light, there's still some haze that is on the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of compound and we're going to just rub out those sides and see if we can get rid of those markings, because that's initially where the problems were. So we're going to take this compound right here, and we're going to try and see how it works on this when we rub it in, and try and get rid of those scuff marks on the outside. Alright guys, so we're still working here on this carbon fiber. I did some of the rubbing compound, and a lot of it actually looks better in person, but you're seeing this glare just because of the lights in my garage that is coming up on these corners. But basically what we're hitting it now with is just it's called Finesse-IT. It's a finishing material. It's just a little cream. It contains no wax and no silicone on it, so it's not going to damage anything. But we're going to hit it with the bigger orbital here. And we're going to see if we can get this to kind of clean up just a little bit more. The shine on it is actually really good. I actually really like it, but we're going to try and clean up those corners a little bit more, and I want this to look pretty much like new from the factory when they made it. So I'm going to hit it again, and we're going to see if we can clean it up a little bit better. Alright guys, so here's where we're kind of at with this. I just hit it with that polisher, and this is kind of what it looks like now, and these corners are looking amazing. So we're kind of getting rid of all these scuffs now. You can kind of see if I change around this light on where it's at, we have a nice finish all along here. So all of our marks are gone, all of our oxidation marks are gone. And this just looks nice and like waxed finished carbon fiber like it should. So the steps that we took here were we hit it with some initial deoxidizer. I used some rubbing compound here on the corners because I knew it had those scratches on the outside. Then I went in with some polish and hit it with some polish to see it. I wiped that polish off and hit it with, again, some of the there's a finisher that I just used, the Finesse-IT 2 is what it's called, and I just used that and did it about 4 times on each one, and you can see that this is pretty much refinished back to being perfect condition. So there we go. If you have carbon fiber that has kind of gotten sun faded, these are some options for you if you want to do it like that. There's still a little bit of haze on this just because I haven't wiped it with the microfiber, but I will end up doing that, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after I wipe it and get it all clean. But here's a little close-up of where we're at now before I wipe it off. Looks much better. Alright guys, so here we go. Here is our final product. This has been fully done. First off, we started out by just cleaning it and making sure that there was no dirt on it. Second off, we went through and we took a polish to it and tried to just polish out everything on a little orbital polisher. That didn't really work, so we used a rubbing compound on the outside. You can see that there's still some damage right here. This is not something that I'm going to solve. When I sell this piece, it's actually just going to get discounted because of this damage that's kind of in it. You can see that there's some dimples. It looks like something hit the hood, like some rocks or something. But there's no damage to the clear coat that I can feel with my fingernail, so I'm not going to worry about it, and I'm going to just make it clear. Obviously people can see this video and they're going to know what's wrong with it when they purchase it, but this is going to be one that's already probably going to be sold by the time this video goes up because somebody was already interested in it. But here it is. So we hit it with the polish. We started out, washed it, polished it, took off that polish again, and we hit it with a rubbing compound on the outside on these corners here that we were having the troublesome areas right here. So we hit it with some rubbing compound. That got rid of all our scuffs. We went in with some 3M and took some cleaner from 3M. One of them is called the Finesse-IT, and there's Finesse-IT 1 and Finesse-IT 2. So we started out with the initial Finesse-IT 1 and got rid of all the marks, and we hit it with 2, and that's what gives us this mirror finish on this carbon fiber that we were looking for. You can see my reflection right here in the back, just because it is so good looking. So this is the process if you want to clean carbon fiber. I hope this kind of helps out. Just a little short video for you guys. if you ever run into these issues or see one of these that is a little damaged for sale. They're really easy to clean and they're really easy to work with. So don't be afraid to pick one up if you find one in the junkyard, as I did with this one. I think from our local junkyard, we had 2 Celicas that were there. Only one had these, but they're getting they're a little bit common. I've seen a lot of people have these things, but a lot of people look for them too. So if you do find one at a junkyard, you can restore them. So I highly recommend doing that. Don't be scared to kind of take a risk on it and clean it out, because you can do like I did today and just experiment with it. And I hope that this helps you guys so you don't have to experiment so much. But thank you guys for watching, and hopefully if you guys enjoyed this, you'll leave a like and maybe subscribe to see more project on the Celica. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.